Welcome to Sib Spot. Our Reddit stories today feature more malicious compliance. Our first story is by OKThanks2265. Roller shutters are not clean? Okay, I'll do it. This was a few years back when I was working in a pet store. The pet store had 4 roller shutters, 2 at the back and 2 at the front. So one day my manager told me to use a cloth and clean the roller shutters, front and back, before we opened the store for business. There was never enough time to clean all the roller shutters before we opened the store. Bear that in mind as I arrive at the store at 7 a.m. to clean the cages, feed the animals, brush the cats and the dogs to be well presented to potential customers, clean the glass partitions, mop and sweep the floor, restock and manage the cash register. The store opens at 8:30 a.m. and I barely made it in time every day. We only have 3 staff at that time. So as I quickly finished all my morning tasks, I use a damp cloth to wipe the roller shutters in back and forth sweeps like lightning fast just to make it in time for the opening. This manager had the audacity to scold and point at the roller shutters for not cleaning it before opening. This is where I cue the malicious compliance. You want me to clean the roller shutters? Okay, fine. I pulled the back roller shutters down and proceed to the cleaning, inch by inch until it was squeaky clean. In between the cleaning, I had to wash the cloth several times to make sure that the water was clear. While I was cleaning, the store was filled with customers. I was nowhere to be found because I was at the back cleaning the roller shutters and blocked from everyone's sight. The line to the cash register was the longest I've ever seen. It took me a good 2 hours just to clean the backside. Oh, I was not done. I proceeded to clean the front roller shutters as well, pulling it down to clean it, blocking the entrance, preventing customers from entering and exiting the store. The customers inside the store had to exit the back, and potential customers thought that the store was closed for the day. I took my sweet time, about 2 hours too, to clean the front side, inch by inch. By the time I reopened the roller shutters, the money made on that day was down by half. It was not my fault. You got mad at me for not cleaning the roller shutters. I just followed what you wanted. It was the best day of my life because I'm sick of serving customers every day. Sounds like this job might not be for you. But I would imagine roller shutters at a pet store would get dirtier than most places. There's a lot of stuff in a pet store. Animals, fur, dander, people coming and going. There's, hamster bedding and all this other stuff on the shelf, dog food. And you have spills on occasion, so I'm sure they were quite grimy. Our next story is by Carl the Well-Endowed. Well, that's what I asked for. Not 100% sure if this fits because it was done in jest, but still, in jest, ha ha ha. I frequent a local Chinese hole-in-the-wall restaurant a couple blocks from my work. I have been coming here a couple times a week for about a year now, and know the staff fairly well. I really enjoy my food spicy and always ask for it to be extra spicy, but today I was feeling like something a bit more extreme. So I asked for my Singapore noodles extremely spicy, and then added in the "tell the chef to make this for me like he hated me and wanted me to hurt." Well, they took the "like he hated me" quite seriously. When my food came out, it was repulsive. The meat was burned black and basically just crumbs. The vegetables were practically uncooked. And it was the saltiest thing I have ever eaten. Well, I got what I asked for, and tried to eat it when my server came back and asked me how I liked it. Well, I think he might actually hate me. Server laughed and brought me my actual meal. Apparently, what I had gotten was just scraps that would normally be tossed, and the chef decided to have some fun with it. Got my food to go, my appetite was gone from the few bites I had, and left a good tip. It's been a few hours now, and I still feel a little off. Last time I asked for something like that. I love it when people have a good rapport with the restaurant staff and they can play with each other in this way. Some people would threaten you and say, "I'm gonna sue you because you made mine salty when I didn't ask for that." But this person got a good laugh out of it, which is awesome. Our last story is by Appropriate Rip 9996. Difficult to volunteer when your rules exclude me. Coffee and security at a church. This involves a church, but it isn't a bad church. There was this hurricane, and they really did spend their money to put homeless people into hotels and feed them until they had places to live. They always need volunteers, and if you are conflict avoidant, like me, 50 male, you get asked to do lots of stuff. I mean, if I'm already there, okay, I'll do it, I guess. If you have a hard time saying no, you will be taken for granted, for sure. I got asked to make the coffee. I mean making coffee for like 150 people? I don't even drink coffee, and I said yes. What's wrong with me? There is some training. I did the training. I show up on the day and I'm in the kitchen getting ready to make the coffee just the way I was told, and someone comes in and kicks me out. They won't take any of my excuses. I need to get out now. I comply to keep the peace. I guess they were tired of people helping themselves to food, maybe. Personally, I think it was because I'm male and women tend to run that kitchen. I don't know. What I do know is I never made that coffee and never will. If I'm not welcome in the kitchen, you can make the coffee. You obviously don't need me. I got asked to help with the security system. I live and work near the church. You get notified when it goes off. When that happens, you can go to the church and turn off the alarm and call the alarm people. I'm ideal because I'm so close so much of the time, I don't even need to drive. They train me and I get the codes and everything. Well, everything was all set, and then the person who trained me remembers something and leaves for a bit. When they come back, they say that someone high up objected to me being security because I was not a member of the church. Being a member is more than showing up. It's more than giving money. You have to declare your allegiance and be baptized in front of the whole congregation. Baptized somewhere else? Doesn't count. You have to do it over. It's a whole spectacle. While I don't mind religion, I detest spectacle. I have dodged this particular honor. I'm not going to ever become a member. Besides, when I first came, a deacon told me to find somewhere else because my kids were loud. If I'm tolerated but not welcome, I'll be present and not a member. Now, the person doing the training probably counts beans and thinks if she gets me to become a member, she has saved my soul and she will be higher up some ladder to heaven or something. She probably thinks this made-up story, my analysis, about some high-up anonymous person objecting to my placement as a security officer will make me sign up to become a member right away. I will not. Instead, I will agree and comply with that anonymous person's concerns. So I say that I would never want to make anyone uncomfortable with my position as a security officer for the church. You should definitely have someone who is trusted by the whole congregation. I guess I will have to step down from this responsibility and let you find the right person for the job. It is really unfortunate that someone so close and convenient to the church who has been here a long time has to step down, but what can be done? They offered to talk with the person who objected to see if there was some compromise. I assured her that I saw no compromise possible. Trust is the currency of church security. I must humbly step down and reflect on my distrustful character. The pastor talked to me about all this and offered to fix things. He said membership used to be a big deal, but isn't so much anymore. I declined. I don't mind volunteering, but I won't fight anyone to do it. For me, volunteering has to be consensual by all involved. Do I really want to spend my volunteer hours arguing with self-appointed gatekeepers when I could be sleeping or reading a book? I still help now and again informally for one-time things when they are stuck. And I have one regular duty that I like and no one dares harass me about it because it's technical. But I say no to anything else. After all, there is some anonymous person who has made me step down from these kinds of positions in the past, and I wouldn't want to go through the trouble of joining this or that committee only to be told about objections after the fact. This story helps me say nope. Volunteer work should be appreciated. This guy's 50 years old. Like, you can look up this person's record. You don't have to just not trust them because they're not a church member. It's really good that he volunteers, though. I sometimes wish that I would be doing more volunteer work. I volunteered with an IT department when I had gotten out of college, but volunteering at a church I've never really done. And this guy's really good for doing that. Our stories have come to a close for today. Until we meet again, have a glamorous day.